I've got 3 of those glossy brochures sitting on my kitchen table right now. My oldest boy, he placed them there himself, just an hour ago. Golden Hills Living, Whispering Pines, Evergreen Care, always the same kind of names. Soft, peaceful, like they're selling a vacation instead of an ending. He sat in my chair, it's the one I bought with my very first pension check, and he started talking about my safety. Said the stairs are getting too steep. Said I shouldn't be driving my truck anymore, especially not in winter. And he used that voice, that slow, careful voice. The one you use on someone you don't trust to stand on their own. I'm Arthur Hale. I'm 95 years old. I survived a war. I worked over 45 years in a steel mill. I buried my wife with my own trembling hands. And now I'm sitting across from the boy I taught how to hold a hammer, realizing something that hit harder than anything life ever threw at me. He's not worried about my safety. He's worried about his convenience. Listen carefully. If you're over 75, and your children start using that word, safety, you'd better wake up, because what they're really talking about is control. They don't take your life all at once. No, it's slower than that. Cleaner, polite. They wait for the moment you're weak. For me, it was 9 months ago. Cold morning ice on the driveway. I stepped out to grab the paper, slipped, and cracked my hip. I laid there, staring at the sky, for nearly half an hour. Not thinking about pain, thinking this is how it starts. The hospital fixed my hip, but then came the real trap. You need rehab, Mr. Hale. Just a couple weeks, a skilled facility. My kids, they didn't hesitate for a second. Just until you're stronger, Dad. I believed them. That was my mistake. That place cost nearly $9,000 a month. And within 2 days, I understood something nobody tells you. It's not a home, it's a waiting room. A quiet, clean, organized place where people go to slowly disappear. You smell it first. Bleach, boiled food, and something else, something heavier. Defeat. They don't break you with force. They do it with routine. Suddenly, you don't decide when you wake up. When you eat, when you sit, when you sleep. A 23-year-old nurse walked into my room clapping her hands like I was a child. Time for your meds, Arthur. It's time for your bath. I told her, I can handle myself. She smiled, not kindly, patiently, like I was a problem, not a person. They took my belt, said it was a risk. Took my razor, took my clothes, put me in soft pants, like I was already halfway gone. That's when I realized something. You don't die when your heart stops. You die the moment someone else decides you don't get a second cup of coffee. And the real knife? Money. While I sat there eating tasteless eggs, I heard my children in the hallway, talking about selling my house, the one I built piece by piece, the one my wife laughed in, cried in, lived in. They wanted to turn my entire life into numbers, just to pay strangers to keep me quiet and out of the way. You sit in those common rooms long enough, you start seeing ghosts. Men who built cities. Women who raised families from nothing, now just staring at doors that never open. Waiting. Always waiting. There was a man there named Henry, 89 years old. Sharp mind, every single afternoon, he'd ask the nurse, "Did my daughter call today?" Every day, same answer. "No, Henry." I watched that man shrink. Not physically, spiritually. He didn't die from illness. He died from being forgotten. That's when I made my decision. I wasn't going to end like that. I walked to the front desk, leaned on my cane, and said, "I'm leaving." They called my son. He came in angry, embarrassed, loud. "Dad, you can't live alone anymore. You're being selfish." I looked him straight in the eye. "I gave you your life. I sacrificed mine building it. If I choose to fall in my own home, that's my right." Slow steps, heavy breath. But I walked out free. Now I'm back in my house. Arthur Hale, 95 years old. 3 brochures still sitting on my table. And I know he thinks I'll give in. He thinks I'll get tired, scared, weak. he's wrong. So if you're watching this, and your kids start whispering in your kitchen, don't ignore it. Protect yourself. Put your home in a trust. Keep control of your name, your money, your life. Because once you hand it over, you don't get it back. They'll call it care. They'll call it safety. But sometimes, it's just a prettier word for losing everything that made you you.